What up, YouTube? This is the Young Chevy Truck YouTube channel where I plan on showing you how to build a 1984 Chevy C10 truck. It just runs rubber, ain't meant to be fast, and only meant to be fun for you. In this episode, I'm going to be doing some really baby stuff on the C10, but I figured I'd show you guys, and it'll sort of get you guys an update on what's really going on with it. It'll keep you guys, filled in on what's going on. So I figured I'd make a little video today of doing the belt and tightening the other side of the motor, the header bolts on the other side of the motor, because I figured that would quiet it up a little bit, because I think I do hear a little tick going on the other side also. So I figured I'd do that, and then I think we're gonna wash it for the first time in forever today, because it really needs it. And then we're gonna take it for a little rip and see how it's sounding, and make sure the belt is staying on like it should. As you guys saw in the last video, I don't know if I explained it in the last video or not, because I haven't gone through the footage of the last video yet. I'm actually ahead, but basically I have a 45.5 on it now, and the adjustment little screw is adjusted all the way out to its full potential, and I don't like that. I hate that, because it's literally a screw away, a thread away from being off completely. So that's really bad. I bought a 44-inch from the store because I thought that would be a good bet, but it turns out to be too short. It was actually too short to I couldn't even line the alternator up with the adjustment bracket at all at the shortest adjustment. The alternator was sitting basically on the water pump. It was sitting at its resting spot without being attached to anything. I still couldn't get the belt on, so that was way too short. So instead of dialing up from 44, I dialed back from 45.5, which is the one that is on it, and I got a 45, so that's sitting in the truck, and I'm gonna put that on today. And it should work. It should give me that last little bit of comfort room, I guess, to be running around with the truck now. So I guess I figured I'd explain that, and I'll show you guys that. So let's go ahead and get to it. Good old Continental. Shout out to me for doing this all with one hand, so like the video. I need two hands for this. I didn't think it would be that hard to get on at all, to be honest with you. I wish I filmed it, but I couldn't, because I had to use both hands. But I mean, just a little, use of physics, and just popped it on through one side, and then the other side, the rest of it all fell on. But I guess I'm surprised. I'm really glad I didn't go with a 44.5, because that would have been way, 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 way too short. It would have been way too hard to get on. So I think the good old 45-inch is the magic, and I'm really glad that I'm getting this straight. So let's go ahead and tighten it up and see how the adjuster looks, because as you guys saw before in previous episodes from last week, the thing literally tilted a little bit because this thing wasn't even fully seated into the little screws that go in it. So that's no good. I feel like something's gonna happen, and then that's just gonna pop, and I'm not gonna have anything holding my alternator together. And then over time, it's probably just gonna come down and then stop charging, and then I'm not going to even realize it until I'm on the side of the road and I'm popping the hood trying to figure out why. So let's go ahead and tighten this back up and see how that adjustment's looking. Alright guys, that looks 10 times better. Oh my goodness. Looks great. It really does, because the old, when it used to, it still tilted a little bit, or maybe that's just my imagination, but it used to tilt a lot. It's just, it may be uncomfortable looking at it, honestly. But now that we got that slightly shorter belt on there, it's looking really good. And when I say looking good, I mean just the overall geometry of this right here. It should be straight, and it wasn't before because it was just adjusted that far out to compensate for that really long belt. But it's funny because, like, I mean, I'm a firm believer that less is more, and this is a perfect example of it, because that belt on the ground right there is a 45.5, where this is a 45, and it made all the difference in the world. And by the way, this is the ICT billet alternator bracket, and I really love this thing. It's it doesn't require two people, one with a crowbar and the other with a tool ready to tighten. It doesn't require all that, any of that at all. It just requires you to take these loose and adjust from this point, and then put the bolts back to the nuts back together when you're done adjusting, and that's it. And I really like that because it makes this job a whole lot easier. So for those of you who are, you know, messing with engines out there, messing with Gen 1s, that's it right there. ICT billet alternator bracket. So I say I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that these bolts are tight over here on this side, just to make sure that they're just to make sure there aren't any exhaust leaks on this side, because I do hear a little bit of tickety tick sometimes over here. It depends on the RPM, depends on the speed, depends on all of that for me to hear it, but I still hear it. So let me just go ahead and tighten these up, and I'll update you guys on if I actually hear if I actually feel like these bolts are loose at all, and then we can blame that on my ticking sounds. How about that? So let me get back to you in 2 seconds. Alright guys, so that bolt was loose. The very back one on cylinder number 8 was loose, as well as the one on cylinder number 7. Yeah, 7. So it was just from me not being able to reach back there. I mean, I made them as tight as I could, you know, from where I was, but I guess not being able to reach back there really it takes advantage of my strength for when it comes time to actually tighten the bolt, because they all came loose over time. But I mean, I guess this is why you run the engine, this is why you drive the car, this is why you do all this, because then it's gonna shake all that stuff loose, and then you just tighten that thing back up, and then you keep rolling, right? So this is really teaching me a lot about, like, the whole purpose of, like, shakedown runs and actually, you know, driving the car. So driving it works out a lot of the kinks that you run into. It shows the kinks, and then you work them out, and then shows more kinks, and you work those out, and then eventually you're gonna iron it out, and it's gonna be nice and smooth. Y'all, I'm sorry, but my eyeballs are, like, on fire right now because of pollen, and that's gonna suck because I'm hoping it goes away. Doesn't pollen last like a good couple of weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks, and then it goes away? I hope so, because this next month is gonna be brutal. I hope it doesn't stick around too long, because this next month is gonna be brutal. Because I think this is the first year I'll be daily uploading during this time. Because last year when I started daily uploading, it was the summertime, and all the pollen was gone anyway. So I don't know how I'm gonna get through it, but we gonna get through it. I'm gonna be sneezing all day, but we gonna get through it, y'all. We gonna get through it. Oh my God, the engine sounds 10 times better. I don't know if I'm just tripping. You guys probably won't even be able to tell on camera, but I swear it sounds 10 times better and less rowdy. A whole lot less rowdy. Let's go take a look at that belt system. Wow, it's sounding really good. Looking good to me. Alright. Check the oil. Oil level's good. The only thing I don't like is I did notice some of that crankcase condensation again. But I need to quit worrying about that, because the last time I noticed it, it was really cold outside, and guess what? It was 36 degrees last night here in Georgia, so that's a colder night than the norm, and so now I notice it. I don't know why it's so hard for me to grasp that it's something that's gonna happen, because I didn't notice it when it was hot, and then of course temperature makes a major drop down south to 36 degrees, and then I notice it, but still it just makes me it makes me so mad. But I mean, I can't worry about stuff like that, man. I mean, the truck ain't even hot yet. That's another thing. Like, I didn't even let it get to operating temp yet. at all. So I guess we'll continue daily driving it until we'll actually drive it for the rest of today and see if I notice a problem still. I shouldn't, but it makes sense because I drove it. I mean, I got back from Summit when it was about 40 degrees. It was a hot engine. Parked it and it sat all night in the 36-degree weather. So it would only make sense for it to have a little bit of condensation. But you know, it's just one of those things that irks me. I hate it. It just irks me. But oh well, I just wanted to show you that with y'all because you know what I'm saying. I try not to mask any of the feelings I have when I'm working on this thing. I try to show people the real deal of everything because I feel like it's way too many people on YouTube. Not saying it's a bad thing, but they don't really show you the headaches behind it and the wins and the joy that you get behind it. They don't really show all of that necessarily. Other shows like Roadkill are the only ones that really show stuff like that. And so I feel like that's why I show you guys everything. All the wins, all the fails, everything. How I'm feeling about the engine, I'll show you everything right here on the Young Chevy Truck YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm gonna take it for a little ride. I'm gonna get some oil because I like to keep at least a quart with me at all times. But like I said, the oil level it's not as trash as before. I mean, it's not leaking as bad as it used to. So that's a bonus. That's cool. I'm glad I fixed one thing at the very least, and I fixed some exhaust leaks. So I guess I'm winning. So I need to take it for a ride, get it hot, look at the oil, see if I notice anything. Because I mean, it's warming up now. It's gonna be 60 degrees today. So we'll see if I notice any condensation then. So I'm gonna go ahead, take it up to the store, get some oil, and we'll check on it. Oh yeah, and as a little behind the scenes for y'all, I gotta stop at a gas station so I can get the thumbnail for the last video that you saw. Just a random gas station. You guys, just a little behind the scenes for, you know what I'm saying, people out there who want to know how this YouTube game works. So I didn't get a thumbnail last night like an idiot, like I should have when I was filming the gas mileage video. So I gotta just pull up to a random gas station and take a video or take a picture of the C10. So yeah, I guess that'll be a part of this vlog. Might as well, man. Might as well. Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. I don't notice any ticking anymore, so that's cool. I noticed it on the way to Summit. Some of you might have noticed on the way to Summit also yesterday that there was a little bit of ticking going on. So it was definitely an exhaust leak on that side also. Alright, got my 10W30. Let's go get my thumbnail. Let's get that shot. Get the heck on out of here. A little behind the scenes for the kids. Man, I was just thinking, I bet people thought I was such a weirdo back in high school for having something like this. Because I mean, you gotta understand the demographic, you know what I'm saying? People who look like me and you know, went to high school in this area, nobody else had a truck like this. I was the only one in the parking lot with something like this. So I bet they just looked at me so funny when I used to pull in. Smelling like gas. Gas, G-A-S, alright? Not the other thing. Alright, let's take a look at this oil. Alright, I don't see any water in there anymore. I hope it's focusing for y'all. I don't see any water in there anymore, not after a run. So yeah, it's probably just crankcase condensation then. Because of that super cold night we just had. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video, guys. I know that it was super duper short, but I got plans for bringing some new and different content into the channel. So I'm not gonna really talk about it because I don't want to promise anything that's not gonna actually happen. But I got some new things I'm trying to bring into the channel, y'all. Some new things this summer. Just know I got plans. I promise you, I got plans. Oh yeah, also, and by the way, I don't know if I said this in the last video, but I guess I just want to update y'all. I'm really waiting on getting paid. Like, I'm so painfully broke right now. Y'all just don't understand. So I want to go get the gears for the limited slip diff. I'm gonna go with 342s because they ain't meant to be fast. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure 342s are gonna be a real good upgrade from the 273 rear gear I'm rocking right now. So I'll be happy with that. But I'm getting 342s, make a long story short. And I'm just waiting on getting paid. This week, luckily, I'm getting paid by YouTube, and I'm also getting paid by my job. So hopefully by the end of this week, I'll have enough cash for next week to go and get the limit, well, not the limited slip diff, but to go and get the gears for the limited slip differential. I'm trying to record more also, just for y'all, just so y'all know. I'm trying to record more, and I'm trying to make content pretty much every single day. It's like whatever I'm doing, whatever I got going on, I'm gonna just record it, because like I feel like that's the only way I'm gonna get anywhere with this YouTube stuff. I gotta record everything, and then, you know, one of them is gonna be a heavy hitter and bring in more people for the channel. So it's just like, that's how it really works. Now that I see this, it's like you just have to keep making videos. Some are gonna go big, some are gonna fall, some are gonna be trash. But at the end of the day, you just gotta keep making videos, y'all. Keep moving forward, keep making videos, and grow. To sum it all up, you just have to keep growing. But I guess I just wanted to tell you guys that for the people who really just watch my videos just because they're my videos. I wanted to give you guys that little update at the end of this video, because I know it wasn't really action-packed, but I am going to get those gears for sure next week. They're $230, I believe. And so I'll be getting paid from my, like I said, YouTube, and from my actual job next week. So I should be up. Haven't been up in a while. Just up enough anyway to go and get the gears. Also, I'm going to the ATL Mobs meet. I don't know if I told anybody that, but I'm going to the ATL Mobs meet on the 23rd. So I don't know if anybody else is going. I don't know if anybody else is going to be out there, but if you want to come out and meet me, then I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be hanging with Simba Productions, and the ATL Mobs Instagram is where you can find all the details on the meet and where it is and all that stuff. I'm not bringing the truck though. I'm not bringing the truck because I'll probably blow it up. Because y'all know me, and I'll be blowing stuff up. So I'm not bringing my truck. I'm bringing the good old daily sitting over there. Just to save my motor, because as soon as the revving starts, I'm gonna get motivated. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not bringing it. But just like that, y'all, I'm rambling. I think this one's pretty much over. I really appreciate you guys watching. I know it's a really like chill vlog, but I just want to show you guys what's happening. You know what I mean? I gotta show you guys what's happening, because I know people are gonna have questions about it. You know, so I figured I just keep making the videos and everybody's happy. So just like that, I think this one's pretty much over. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one, and have a good one.